Peace, brothers and sisters in humanity. I came to this lot today, right? This half Sunnis, or Sunnis 2.0, right? To have a debate with us, but this way though, okay? This way. I'm not going to go into your channel. I'm not going to go into because you can never talk. You're not in us. I heard you before, and I know how you debate people. So I am not going to play your game, all right? This is simple. I'll make a video and you make a video and let people judge. That is all. Okay? If you're brave enough to do that, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, the first video we're going to go to is this. Hadith rejectors are not Muslims. I don't know what he means by that, but this video is 3 hours. I could not watch it because you would never go into to the point, straight to the point, run around. I don't know. I get tired talking for 3 hours saying nothing, giving my opinion all throughout. Let's listen to him, all right? Because don't tell me that's clickbait, all right? So are you writing the wrong titles to attract people? All right, you don't even have that many views anyway. It's not like you're living it up. So let's do this. All right, let's listen to him just for a little bit. Just see if it's a clickbait. All right. I don't know. 3 hours. I can't listen for 3 hours. Okay. I want you to see one picture though. One picture. It's very important. All right. Okay. And we're gonna get to one picture. Just okay. Wait.
Does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok since 2018 in Finland, and 13 years QBE in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the Great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
Basically, he's talking about his just like a Sunni, honestly, just like a Sunnis, what they studied before, and then he's advertising his own translation of the Quran. Right? Put that in mind, yeah. Put that in mind. Let's listen to what I've got to say. Let's listen to him for about 5 minutes or something and see what is he talking about.
Time to rise and meet the challenge. Baba Shuaib is calling you out. Meet Baba Shuaib, a correctional officer with a mission. Today he's throwing down the gauntlet to the mushriks, no more holding back. With his logo shirt and cap, Baba Shuaib sits tall and confident. He says,
Listen to all this, yeah? Logo and t-shirts and...
time for action is now. It's time to rise, to push past limits, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Baba Shuaib believes in the power of determination and resilience. His challenge is simple. Stand up, face your fears, and conquer them. Every day is a new opportunity, he says. An opportunity to grow stronger, to be better, and to leave a mark on the world.
He's saying all this about himself, right? Greatness. He's giving himself a greatness. Listen, yeah? And just compare him with the Sunnis, if it's not the same.
They say the Quranist is somebody who believes in the Quran alone. No, that's not correct. It is not a correct definition. If you say believe in the Quran, no. Quran chapter 2, verse 2 to verse 5 gives you the classification of a believer. Right? Where it says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, as guidance for those who are pious. Then it gives you the classification of who these believers are. The pious are. They believe in what was revealed before the prophet and what is revealed to us. They believe that I was distinguishing this understanding that we follow the Quran alone for guidance in Islam. We follow the Quran alone for guidance in Islam. But it doesn't mean I cannot believe in something which is from the past. If it makes sense and the Quran confirms it, I believe. Are you getting my point? When God spoke about creating man and woman, and then from them they start procreating, multiplying, the Quran gives you a similar concept in Quran chapter 4.
Quran never said created man and woman. Never ever. Where in the Quran does it say God created a man and a woman and He created from them? Where? خلقكم من نفس. Nafs is not female, it's not male. وخلق منها زوجها. Is that what? Is that a male? So who was created first? Do you believe in Hawa? Right? Did He create a woman first or a man first? Or did He said He created souls?
Right? So if you come with a statement claiming that this is a statement from God in any book you have in the past, I don't care whether it has contradiction, falsehood, lies. So far as the Quran confirms it, I know that is the word of God. That statement is the word of God because God confirms His own words. Are you getting my point? So we believe in what was revealed in the past if the Quran confirms it. Because Quran chapter 5 verse 48 tells you the Quran comes to confirm what was before it and to dominate, right? To govern over the previous statement or whatever.
I'll stop here because I'm not going to go far. We only follow the Quran, yeah? Why you got that hadith rejectors are not Muslims? I don't get it, okay? I don't know how long is this video or what you're going to say through it all, but I'm just going to give you something. I'll give you a verse from the Quran for you to take that. If it's a clickbait, if you actually mean that, right? You know this verse anyway. Chapter 45, ayah 6. These are God's revelations that we recite to you, truthfully, in which hadith, other than God and His proofs or ayat, do they believe? Okay, so this verse here, right, goes against that title. I don't know what you said in the middle. I am not going to watch you 3 hours because it's too long and all you talk is about your opinions, all right? But let's go to the next video. That's more important than this. This video, Brother X done a video about him doing ritual salat, and about, he came up with verses absolutely amazing. Please guys, if you have the link to that video, because I can't find it, him doing ritual salat, trying to get it from the Quran, please send me a link or tell me where I can find it, because I've got to do videos about that, right? So Brother X done a video about him basically mixing up the Quran left and right, making a pudding out of it to come up with a ritual salat, right? And this guy here and his mate, right, Muhammad, which I had a bit of respect for him, but now I don't, okay? Because he's following blindly his imam, right? Because he learned from him apparently. So instead of talking about what Brother X said on that video and criticize that, no, they didn't, okay? An absolute Sunnism in this too, honestly, an absolute Sunnism, the same thing, trying to mock people. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being like, I'm saying, trying to, are we looking for the truth, yeah? Get his video, criticize his video, right? But no, they didn't do that because they can't criticize his video because he actually killed him. I mean, I'm coming to that, right? Because they can't reply to that video, right? Because they're gonna look, basically they're gonna look fools, right? Now, instead of they going to something different at all, let's listen. Remember, yeah? Remember the first, how I started the video first, yeah? All right? Remember how I started? Advertising what? His merchandise, his own Quran, all right? Written it with his own hand, all right? Translation. He translated the Quran however it suited him, all right? And then, all right, he's advertising the Quran. Let's listen to that. Let's get rid of that.
Let me tell you, we have some Quranists who know ritual Quranists who are claiming Jesus as a father also. They say he has a human father. Wallahi, I'm not joking. And they don't believe the miracle with Moses actually happened.
Correct.
So then, no, they said
Let's
no.
get to the point. Let's get to the point. Let's talk about that. Let's look to the point. Because
More so
if you're going to
not-
talk about X, yeah, talk about him. Right? Don't talk about what other people believe in that. It's nothing to do with you, right? Nothing to do with you. What other people
Quran
believe.
chapter 7, verse 16 to 18. The devil said he will sit on the straight path waiting for people, right? From the left, right, and so people, the devil will use people like that to push people away from the Quran.
That's what we're.
Look, he's saying that we're actually pushing people out from. He's so certain. Look, he's so certain, right? So certain. He's actually talking about himself without knowing it. Honestly, he's actually talking about himself without knowing it. He's doing exactly that. Okay, I'm not going to stop now. All right, Mr. Baba, I'm after you, mate. All right, because you can't use the Arabic thing on me. You can't use the French. You can't use English. You can't use any Amazigh, or you can't use any language, right? Okay, because I've grown up in madrasas, I've grown up in schools. All my life I've been studying Arabic, right? I speak Arabic. We talk to each other, all right? I talk to people in Arabic. So, what are you going to use against me and you and your mate, yeah? So let's go. I'm daring you, mate. I'm daring you, honestly. Now we've got to the point where I have to dare you, right? Right? Do a video again. You, Muhammad, you Muhammad as well. Do a video how you do ritual prayer, right? Baba done it, yeah, because obviously you're going to copy him because you're his follower, innit? So, when I got that video, right, I mean, Brother X done it anyway, but I'm going to do it differently, right? I'm going to do it differently, okay? So, let's listen.
Right, from the left, right, and so people, the devil will use people like that to push people away from the Quran.
That's what we're here, Papa.
Yes, do you remember the comments this
Yeah, look, that's why we're here and, flexing his muscles and that. That's Sunnism, man, Sunnism, honestly. Just watch. They're not humble, see, they're not humble. They're not down to earth. This is it, they're the chosen sect, 100%.
wrote for somebody when they asked him which translation of the Quran should we
Let's go back a bit. Let's go back.
away from the Quran.
That's what we're here, Papa.
Yes, do you remember the comments this mega mind wrote for somebody when they asked him which translation of the Quran should we
I think I have it. That was
yeah, if you can put it. And he told the person that none of the translations you should follow none. Then the guy asked him, how can I find the right meaning? He says if you check the dictionary, the first 20 meanings, cut them out, and then you just have to decide which one is how. This guy, I don't know.
It's like here it is. I have it. I actually have it.
Yeah.
Because so.
All right. This guy asked him, he said, Salam, which Quran translation do you suggest? The guy said, what do you suggest? And X said, peace. Honestly, none. Pay attention to the immediate context, and wider context of any word that seems out of place. There is almost 20 words that have been manipulated, so it's not that difficult. Okay. These people believe that they can write translation from their own heads, right? And the Quran would not show the mistakes in them. Okay? So what Brother X is saying, so any word in a verse has context. Okay? If it doesn't work with the general context from the whole book, that means it's been translated wrong. Easy, innit? But no, not to them. Because they're not reading. They have eyes, but they don't see. They have ears, but they can't hear. They're not reading, They're just trying to mock, right? Someone more intellectual than them, okay? But they don't see it, though.
Which Quran translation do you suggest? Remember, it goes, peace. Honestly, none. Pay attention to the immediate content, a wider context of any words that seem. There's at least 20 words that have been manipulated, so it's not that difficult. Thank you for your response. I've been comparing and rotating between 6 translations so far. I was hoping to find one that I could stick to and study. But thank you for your suggestion. Yeah, and zero translation in the history of the world used the word rotten khanzir. So for 1400 years, all Muslims, Westerns, and non-Muslims, nobody reached the same conclusion as this guy. He's that super unique.
He said that he told the guy it's not that difficult. You see why I call him Mega Mind again? Like that?
See? What do the Sunnis do? Make the Quran difficult. What these two do, making the Quran difficult. What do the Sunnis do? They mock people, trying to laugh at them, right? Without understanding what the hell's going on. This lot do the same thing. What do the Sunnis do in their channels? They advertise themselves, advertise each other, make each other great, and sell merchandise, right? This lot do the same thing. What do the Sunnis with channels do, right? Video after video, long hours, expressing their opinions, right? Well, these two do the same thing, okay? Same thing.
Thinks his mind is so big and greater than the whale to the extent that he says things off the head and he thinks he's making sense. Look, he's telling the person asks you simple question. That's why I said the Quranis who claim no rituals, they don't have any Quran translation, by the way. I don't know which one they follow. Because this same guy is BSing this guy, Sam Gerans. I've seen him talking against that. He says, peace, honestly, none. Then he says, pay attention.
So he doesn't know what we follow. So someone like me, I know Arabic and I know English, right? And I've got, let's say I don't know English. There's an English dictionary, right? So I can use it, yeah? Let's say I don't speak English, right? I know Arabic and I know English. Do I need someone to translate the Quran for me? Do I really need to? Or me trying to use translations to make my life easier for me, but I know the difference. I know when the word is translated wrong. Okay, for instance, this Baba, because obviously, why is he concentrating on the translations? Why do you think? Right? Why do you think? Right? He didn't really talk about the video X done, right? He didn't criticize that video. But this text here, right, annoyed him. Why do you think? I don't know. You tell me. All right. This book is infallible, a beacon for the righteous, who believe in the unseen, uphold the salat, and from our provisions to them they give to charity. His translation, right, uphold the salat here, is to establish prayer. Right, and many more. Okay, he's put in like sorcery in the Quran. He's put in so many ideas from his head. Right, things like traditions they actually grow up with. Right, this guy he prays like that because he was born praying like that. He can't let go. He believes in sorcery and evil eye. He believes in things like that. Right. He can't let go, but he's sticking them to the Quran, and then he's translating the Quran, right, the way that suits him, with his own ideology in there, and that's why he talks for 3 hours, because he thinks he's so smart, right? He's giving advice about life. He's turning into like a psychologist, and he's everything basically. He talks about everything as like he knows everything. Okay, so. When someone asks me the same question, I always tell them, I can't give you any translations because Brother X is correct. Every translation that I read, right, it's been, I'm not saying all of it is incorrect, right, but words has been changed, right, is in a way corrupted. So how can I take that burden and give someone, right, a translation? How can I have that burden? How can I guide someone somewhere? It's not up to me. I can only tell him, choose a translation that doesn't have any explanation like this guy's book, all right? I won't call it the Quran, I call it his book, all right? And the context is everything. It doesn't matter if you know 200 million words or 3 billion words in Arabic or any language, right? The context is the killer, is the clue. If you can't find it within the verse, you will find the context within the Quran itself. It is so simple, but no. You got to buy his his book or something to make him famous, to give him status. This guy took the burden to translate the Quran, and he thinks he's doing good by himself. What did the Bukhari do? What did the Bukhari do? I wrote a book by himself. And then that book become a religion. And this lot are doing the same thing. They're creating the books, they call them a Quran, but they put in their ideas and their own translations in the Quran. No one ever translated Salat as a prayer. No one ever. Not in Arabic, not in Chinese, not in anything. Or the word aqim is establish. Not in Arabic, right? Not in English, not in Chinese. Okay? No one. No one. Not in an old Arabic language. Okay? Arabic tongue. Alright? Tongue, not a language, tongue. Okay? Let's carry on.
Immediate context. Now, the person you are telling not to pay attention to any translation, how is he going to know the immediate context without understanding Arabic? If he's not supposed to read any translation. Listen carefully. You are telling the person which Quran, the person asks a question, which Quran translation do you suggest? Then he now answered by saying honestly, none. So now, hypothetically, the guy is going to read Quran without translations, right? Okay. So now pay attention to the immediate context and the wider context of any word that seems...
No, that's not what he said. That's not what it means. I can't direct you to a book. But the person can go to all translations. He can choose for himself. It's just I can't guide him to any of it. Because you want me to send him to your translation. Is that what you want? Is that why you're upset? Alright? You want status, yeah? That's what you want. You're a Sunni 2.0. You are Sunnis on crack. I said it before. Okay? But wait. You see, he's saying the wrong thing. He's trying to twist Brother X's words. It's not like that. It doesn't mean like that. You read it like that because you have evil in you. That's all.
Place. That seems out of place. And then he says there is at most 20 words that have been manipulated, so it is not that difficult. What? No, what? You understand? So it baffles me people take him seriously.
He's trying to explain to him that he knows there's 20 words in the Quran, at least 20 words in the Quran that have been manipulated. But he's talking, it's not that difficult. He's talking about the context. How do you find out that word is being translated wrong or not? That's what it means. Simples. No, you're not smart enough to understand that because you have something
because
in your heart.
Correctional officer, I'm going to set this guy up as a scapegoat to show how a fool he is that people don't know. He doesn't understand why I keep saying we are not on the same level because the guy is ignorant in what the Quran says.
100% we're not in the same level. You got to tell yourself that 100 times. And I'm going to let people judge, not me. I don't judge like you. I'm going to let people judge. I'm going to get your video, brothers. Please send it to me. That video about the way he done prayer. Yeah. Please, brother X, if you're listening, send me the link. Yeah. Send me the link, and then I'll show you.
No, what he literally does is he goes to different translations. Just ask him. I dare anybody watching. Just ask Maverick. Maverick, what translation do you use?
None of them. They're not.
None of them.
They're all garbage.
Yes.
There's 20 words, but it's not that.
But
He uses all of them, and none of them at the same time. Because there's words, and words have roots. You can always go that way if you want. And you have, after a while, you will get the proper meaning. No.
go to his live stream, he's still using translations. How? Let it make sense to me. I don't get it. He's still using, sometimes Sahih International, he uses it. Then he will start the cherry picking, guessing the meaning of the word.
Guys, I want to explain to you, as a computer programmer, how it feels to talk to this gentleman. There's a computer code in front of me, okay, that's written in C++, okay, C#. So there's a certain way for the code to be written for me to understand it, all right? So I'm looking at the code, and I'm saying to the guy sitting next to me, hey, this is what the code does. And he goes, no, it doesn't. No, like the logic of the code from the syntax and the words that they're placing, this is what the code does. He goes, no, it doesn't do that. So what does it do? And he says something completely different. I'm like, can you read C sharp? Because it doesn't matter. It's not about what you read and how you think. This is irrelevant. It's like C++. There's a certain way. No. I'll tell you what the code is saying. But then when you click compile and you run the code, it's doing exactly what you're saying. But
Wow. Nuclear opinions of very opinionated, man. What do you think? They actually follow the Quran. It amazes me, right?
no, this doesn't matter. These are not trusted. He's so stupid.
You see why their videos have 3 hours? They're clapping on each other. Look, here's my student. Hey, that's what opinions. No verses, opinions. Give opinions, examples outside the Quran.
The word he likes to use. Yeah, here we go with the magical.
Again.
How
Right.
can you be speaking about the Quran, which is written in Arabic language, and yet you are ignorant?
A Quran, Arabic language. No. Do you know what the word Arab means first? Do you? Do you think Arab is a language? Arabic language, isn't it? You call the Quran came in Arabic language. First of all, it's not a language, it's a tongue, okay? Okay? And the Quran is not in your Arabic language. Yeah? Your dictionaries and that, yeah? It's not from that. Right? It's not from that. Quran is on top. It's the root. Okay? Even Arabic language, right, was stolen from it. And they twisted it. Okay? So never ever say that. Never ever say Quran Arabic language. Okay? Language means lugha. And the lugha تأتي من اللغو. So you can't call Arabic, the Quran come from laghu. Yeah? Don't you ever make that mistake.
Arabic language, and you claim you need to be heard.
How are you going to know when you're right or wrong? So the word, my favorite one is khanzir. There's a sarf. The sarf cannot be rotten even if you bend it 60.
Yo, the Quran, right, when it says khanzir, it's not a name of an animal. Okay? It's not a name of an animal. Okay? So this guy thinks the names in the Quran actually belong to animals. Like they don't. Okay? Once and for all, let's stop, right? Let's stop this. The Quran does not work that way. The Quran describes and gives you like examples out of things. So when it says lahmu khanzir, it's not the animal that you think it is. It does not work like that.
There's absolutely no way for that word to mean rotten at all. But he was like, there's no way in the context that you know if it's pig or... I'm like, you're the stupidest man talking. Just be quiet. Because you're trying to start a war when you probably can't even explain what the word war means.
Yeah. Look, somebody went to his stream and asked him to explain chapter 5 verse 2. The question I asked him, he couldn't explain.
Of course, there's nothing to explain.
And there's nothing to explain. I don't know why people take him seriously. He's
Wallahi.
a total hypocrite.
Wallahi, as God is my witness, if the messenger was in front of him, telling him what the Quran is saying, he would sit and argue.
No, he was.
Wallahi.
That guy is argumentative. Look,
See? And they know the unseen, they know the ghaib, they know. He's actually saying, Wallahi, he will argue with the messenger. See, is this how you help people? Is this how you guide people? What are you, honestly? What are you? I don't know. They actually, wallahi. Do you know what I mean? Wallahi. If the Prophet, it was with him, he will argue, X will argue with him. We're saying wallahi. Who says that a lot? Wallahi. Who says that a lot? Who? Not Sunnis. Right? Not Sunnis who do that. Wallahi, wallahi. It's them, 100%.
Can tell you about Mega Mind more than Baba Shuaib. I've done a deep dialogue with him twice. I can tell you emphatically, I know that guy more than those who are listening.
Yes, I advise you guys, right? He's done 2 videos with him about sujud, right? And he didn't have a leg to stand on. He stuck to one verse, okay? Trying to hang on to that verse, and although that verse does not say that at all, he just stuck to one verse, that doing sujood is to prostrate. Okay? And I will come to that. I will. Just give me time. I will come to that. But please go and watch these videos. Is on the Brothers X's channel, right? The Quran Explains. Go and watch the 2 videos. Don't take my word for it. And you see how he got, I don't know, he wiped him off, basically. He literally killed everything this guy had to say. Okay? But this guy, he's not pure. He's not honest. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to twist and here and twist and trying to run away. He's not honest. He's not honest. Go and watch. Go and watch. That's why you can't debate these people. You can't. They don't use the Quran as the source. They use their opinions. Trying to twist, and Sunnis, 100% Sunnis, man.
I know his line of arguments. I know the way he's argumentative. And when we say ignorance to the highest level, he doesn't know anything. Let me give to your audience one video of him before we go.
That see the moon and the stars prostrating. And I said, he never said so. He asked you a question. Yeah, that's what brought us here. Right. I cannot ask you, do you not see if you can't see it? Several times in the Quran, do you not see? It's not, doesn't literally mean see with the eye. If a question comes, I can show you. Give me an example. Good. Open the Quran, chapter 2, verse 246. Shuaib, I'm telling you, the term do you not see is not possible to be uttered unless it is something you actually see. Yeah, open it, let's see. Alright,
Look, Muhammad is laughing, yeah? Because obviously he's his master. Of course he laughs. Sunnism, man, Sunnism. And he thinks his master is right here. Do you know what I mean? Because the guy's sujood in his head. This is part of the argument. And that's all he can find, all right? That's all he can find, all right? Trying to prove that he's right. But he's taking things out of context, all right? That's what he's doing. Sunnism again. He's right. Because he thinks the sujood is physical. That's why he can't tell him, oh, it's not physical now. So, do you not see? It's not you seeing with your eyes anymore. Because he decided to. Because he translated it that way. Do you understand that? So the guy translated the Quran, he can never be wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's why he can never ever, right, be honest, be truthful, because he actually worships his translation. He will never see the truth. He will never be honest because he thinks he got there. He's at the top now. He's got his own translation now. So how can he, right, disbelieve in his own translation? How can he say, I'm wrong about translating word that way? See what I'm saying? See, when he mix things, right? See what happens? See what happens? You become a god to yourself. You want people to worship you and follow you blindly. That's what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trying to prove he's smarter than Brother X, man. You miles away, honestly. You can't see. You blind and you deaf, honestly. I'm not praising Brother X. Even no one is perfect, right? We are not perfect. I'm not perfect. Brother X is not perfect. And when Brother X makes a mistake, I will stop him. I will tell him, brother, you made a mistake here. Do you understand it? We don't worship people. Do you know what I mean? Brother X never said to follow him or he's trying to be like you. Do you know what I mean? He's not trying to be a preacher or something. And I'm sitting here, I'm saying, no one to follow me. I'm asking people to go and read the Quran. What translation is up to them, but I can advise them though. I'm trying to teach them how. I'm trying to show them how to follow. How to use their heads, how not to fall into a trap, like your translation trap.
See, do you see to the chiefs of the children of Israel from after Moses? Read it again. You didn't read it well.
No.
Oh, sorry. Did you not see? Yeah. Did you not see to the leaders of the children of Israel from after Moses when they said to a prophet of theirs, "Appoint for us a king, and we will fight in the cause of God." He said, "Would you all perhaps, if it was decreed upon you fighting, then not you fight, and what for us that not we fight in the cause of God, while already we were driven, evicted from our homes and our children, yet it was decreed upon them fighting, then it turned away except few among them, and God is nowhere aware of the transgressors." Okay.
Did Muhammad see it?
No. Listen to this now.
They are laughing.
Listen to this. I
He
have
stopped.
something already to argue with.
He stopped.
Yes.
See what they do. Yes. That word, do you not see? Okay? Do you not see? It's part of it, the unseen. He's telling the Prophet Muhammad the unseen, what he did not see. But when he's talking about the sun, right? We're talking about things that Muhammad can see with his eyes, right? It's not the unseen, is it? It's not the same, is it? And the guy translated the Quran. And he wants people to believe it and follow it. And he's advertising to sell his stuff. How can he do that? He can't make a difference. So for him, salat changes, sujood changes, but do you not see? Doesn't change. So he doesn't make a difference between do you not see something in the past, which is God is telling him, the unseen. And do you not see the sun and the moon and the trees, right? That things Muhammad can see. What difference is talking about? In one verse, he's talking about the history, and the second one is talking about physical things that we can see. Is the sun and the moon and the tree in the past? Are they part of the unseen? And the guy is laughing to Brother X. He's laughing about him and his mate. Like they have the truth. They can mock people. This is how the spreading, they think they're spreading. How they spreading the Sunnah 2.0. Same thing. Sunni ideology all throughout. All throughout. They're not honest. They're not pure. But I'm here, man. I'm going to be talking about you from now on. All right. Please make your videos small so at least I can get the context. All right. Please just go to the point. All right. Go to the point. Do a video about sujood. All right. Please do a video about sujood. Just the sujood. Don't do anything else. Don't do it in the middle of the life. I ain't got time for you, mate. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got 3 hours for you. But if you're going to call me a hypocrite and we are not Muslims, we're kuffar and we're the worst of the worst, at least let's have a proper debate. Do a video, I'll do a video and let people judge. Peace out.